maybe thinking about moving to Radford. Well, lucky for you, I live in Radford. I specialize in Radford. I sell tons of real estate in Radford. It's a great area, and I think that you'll love it. A lot of people move to Radford because of the proximity to Christiansburg and Blacksburg, right? So if you look at a map, we're probably about 15 to 20 minutes away from Blacksburg, depending on where you're going to. And we're about anywhere from 10 to 15 from Christiansburg, right? But the property values are so much more affordable in Radford compared to Christiansburg and Blacksburg. Now, since COVID, we've seen a huge price increase in homes here, but give you a little bit of an example of what to expect when you're purchasing here in Radford. So for your first time home buyer home, usually up to a 3 bedroom, you might get a second bath, usually 3 bed, 1 bath, or 3 bed, 1.5, sometimes 3 2s. You're looking at a price range of about 275 and under, 250 and under, kind of around there. Anything for me, what I've seen, anything kind of under 180 can be a little bit rougher, and the repairs that you're going to have to do. Yeah, so and that can be pretty affordable, around that 250 price mark, and you can get a great house for that price. Now, in our market, we've also got new construction, which are it's done by Golden Triangle. They're patio homes, about 1,700 square feet, all one level living, and the grass is cut by the HOA. Those are really nice, and those start right now at 340. That's a brand new house, and that builder does a great job building those homes. And then you've got your step-up homes here in Radford. Those typically they usually start into threes to like fours, and those are your bigger, like 4 bed, 3 bath. Some of those can go over 400,000, but like mine, for example, I purchased last year for 307. Now it's worth about 340, 350, and I live in a 4 bed, 3 bath. I've got 3,200 ish square feet. It's a ranch, so 1,600's up, 1,600's down. Finished basement, and it sits on like a 0.3 acre lot, and in a really nice and safe neighborhood. That's one of the reasons why we bought here, and Plan A technically. So then you have your really nice homes, like your retirement homes, I guess you could say, or I'm making a ton of money homes. So, and I mean, those in our market, they go, way over 500,000. I've seen them for 700,000, 800,000. You've got $1 million properties in Radford. It really just, you can find them, they don't pop up as often. Typically our market sees a tremendous amount of ranches that are sold, but we also have some really cute Tudors and bungalows and whatnot in Radford. And if you compare, like my house, right? 4 bed, 3 bath ranch in Blacksburg, literally 15, 20 minutes away. I mean, you're talking 600,000, 600,000. Whereas here in our market, it's about 350. So if you can make that commute, that drive, right? I mean, you're saving hundreds of thousands of dollars. Even in Christiansburg, it would still probably be in the fours for this house. So that's one thing to consider, like you buy in this market and you make a 15-minute commute to work when you save tons on your monthly payment. Another reason why it's a good idea to purchase in Radford. We have Radford University. Now, I'll be straight up with you. Enrollment's been down since COVID. A lot of students have opted to do online schooling, but I currently work with investors who buy up properties, they fix them up, and they turn them into rentals. Now, Airbnbs do extremely well in our market because the Airbnb is cheaper during tech games for people coming in and wanting to stay somewhere. It's cheaper to rent in Radford in Airbnb than it is to rent in Blacksburg. But like my investors, during the Airbnb, on season, they're pulling $350 a night for a 3 bed, 1 bath. Now, alternatively, you could do Furnish Finder for the off season. And what Furnish Finder is for travel nurses. They basically do 13-week contracts. Usually it's a 13-week contract. Sometimes they can be 8 weeks. And they'll go and work at one of the local hospitals on a 13-week contract, and they will generally pay a little bit more for rent. Their stipend that they get from the hospital covers their living expense. So the strategy there for an investor looking to get into our market would be, Radford graduations, Virginia Tech games, the on season, you're renting out Airbnb style. And then the off season, you're renting out the travel nurses, you're maximizing and using that property for its highest and best use. So investors do very well with homes that they rent out on those strategies. I mean, and there's always a need for housing here, right? The rentals are scarce. There's a few big companies in Radford that rent out like apartments and whatnot, but the actual single family home for a 1-year lease, it's very difficult to find here. Inventory is low and Radford's landlocked. So there's very few new homes being built that actually meet that criteria of being a rental for someone. So Radford, although it's a small city, they actually do a lot for its residents. So just for Christmas, right? We just did a parade, and they had like the high school, band. They had the high school cheerleaders and the fire trucks and the tow trucks, and I mean, they had just all these local businesses out. They're just throwing out candy and whatnot. Santa on top of the fire truck. I took my almost 3-year-old, my toddler. I took him there, and it's just a really good time. Prior to the parade, they actually had all the local businesses in downtown Radford. You would walk, right past them, and they'd pass out candy and stuff and promote their business, and just being there for the local community. And that was really cool as well. Prior to that, you got the July 4th party down at Bissett Park. Bissett, is basically it's this giant park. They've got like tennis courts. We've got a skate park, and it borders the New River where people go tubing and whatnot. And they'll set up all the food vendors and a live band and stuff for July 4th. They'll shoot off fireworks. It's a crazy good time. We go every single year since we've lived here, and it's a lot of fun. So to close this out, another thing that you might have a harder time searching for or not even be thinking about is utilities, right? Like, how do utilities work here? So let's kind of go through that, because I know it's important right now, especially after COVID, for people to like work from home. So you need to know about internet, water, sewer, trash, electric, gas, right? So let's dive in. So Radford, they take care of water, sewer, trash, and electric. They are all independent. They Radford City takes care of it, basically. So you will get a bill from Radford City every month for water, sewer, trash, and electric. Now your gas, like we have gas through Atmos. And we probably, for our ranch, like I said before, it's about 3,200 square feet. We probably average during the summer around $300 for everything: water, sewer, trash, electric. During the winter, it dips down to like 250, 275 ish. But then we have about 30 to $40 for our gas bill, for our gas furnace. So we average probably about $300 a month for this house to just, basically have the utilities for it. Now that doesn't include internet. Internet's probably everyone's biggest complaint about Radford. We have high speed, but it's through a company called Chantel. And Chantel in the past has been known to price gouge its clients because they have no competitors. It's either Chantel or DSL. Now, I don't know if there's more competition coming to our market, because Chantel recently just doubled everyone's speeds and kept the prices the same. So, for example, right now I pay $80 a month, and I've got 300 megabytes down, and I think 10 or 15 up. It's fast. It's fast. It's not fiber. Fiber, I'm sure we'll get here eventually, but it's quick. It works for everything I need it to do, streaming and everything like that. And they have cheaper plans available as well. I think they go as like low as $25 a month for, decent internet. If you are moving here and you do plan to use me as a realtor, just keep in mind that I have a guy named Sean. He's a sales rep for Chantel. And if you use him, then he'll hook you up with like your first month free install, free modem rental for a year, all sorts of stuff. So we'll get you taken care of, get some discounts applied, to your internet install. But what else? Oh, they also do leaf pickup in the fall. So there's a schedule on Radford's website, and it basically shows you, like, if you live in zone A, B, or C, here are the timelines for when Radford will come by with like this big truck with a vacuum on it. They'll suck up all your leaves that you put to the end of the edge of the street. So I thought that was pretty cool. I've never seen that before, anywhere that I've lived. And you have to think like your property taxes are going to it. So it's nice to see them like doing stuff that actually makes it easier on you. Because I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, I hated raking leaves. The raking wasn't bad. The bagging was bad. So it's nice to be able to just break them or blow them to the end of the street and have Radford City pick them up. Yeah, so that's it. That really concludes the video. I hope that I've shed a little bit of light into what it's like living in Radford, what Radford has to offer, lower price points. And if you're considering a move to Radford, I would implore you to reach out so that we could kind of set up a consultation and see what you're looking for. Radford homes go quick. We don't have a lot. If you look right now, we don't have a lot of listings on the market. And we'll see more inventory in February, like in the spring, like in any market, right? But it's still very competitive because there's not a lot of homes that go up for sale here. So it helps to work with someone who knows of things coming on the market, might be able to find you something off market, or at least has a good reputation with other realtors around here to get an offer accepted. So I'm looking forward to connecting with you and your family and whoever else might be planning to move out here. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video.